Know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between our visitors and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Outside. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You must be dreaming.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Darnold gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Here's Darnold. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
Slam, 80, red 80.
On first down, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On second down, it's Bell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Melvin Ingram. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Third and long, it's Darnold. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Say 79! 79!
To throw is Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, high. 57's right. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Rivers finding his top receiver. That's Allen. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 19-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Rivers now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Rivers from the gun on third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Brings up second and goal at the Jets' 8-yard line.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
He's checking. Crash.
Rivers to throw it. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Third and goal for Rivers. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Badgley's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on
I
that,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
57. Run. Jack. Red 80.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Let's get up. 57, Mike 57.
After the sack on first down, Darnold looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. There he goes left side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We're going to sign. 58 for Mike. Coach, boy. Say. Red 80.
On first down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Darnold on 3rd down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Darnold from the gun. Caught here by Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Watch 57. No chance.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Bell, and they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
52. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
Outside. 57 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Michael, sign. Good. Lady, twist.
Here's Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Rivers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going, 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Single receiver.
From the gun, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Rivers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second and 11 now. Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Dancing to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he was looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round.
That's it, baby. We go. Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They head to the line line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
He's cracked.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Rivers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Check three. Lady.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A first down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game brings up 3rd and 13.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, Darnold. Now Bell hit. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Third and short yardage. Rivers on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Set 180. 53. Pick up the ball. Load it. Load it. Let's go.
From the gun, Rivers trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. But we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
The Chargers take over first. Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the split.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jordan Jenkins gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun. Rivers, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards.
First down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Get 180. Select 15. All day, every day, any day.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. It's Williams on the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And an alley to run. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do this?
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's caught by Herndon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
64,
That's good for a first down.
Darnold on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Chargers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Rivers now. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jordan Jenkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, that they could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too... And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Stay with your man.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. They run again with Jackson, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He's going to field this at the 4. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The shotgun snap for Darnold. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Braxton Berrios, 44 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers, he's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57 Mike. White, 89.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Jackson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Black the king! It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Alert 3.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now Darnold, 22 yards there, a first down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Darnold, he got 29 yards that time. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Man, 50 seconds to Mike.
One last throw down for Darnold. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. And understandably, this crowd is in an absolute frenzy. But they've got to back it off a little bit, let the guys operate, and they need to take a deep breath as well. They still got to get a 2-point conversion in order to tie this one.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Never brother, better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never try. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though.